Spider-Man and Spider-Noir both lost the love of their lives. So why did one become a hero while the other became a ghost? That's the part nobody talks about. Because when people experience trauma, they don't all break the same way. Some become stronger, some become colder. And when you look closely at Spider-Man and Spider-Noir, you're not looking at two different heroes. You're looking at two different outcomes of grief. One found a reason to keep believing. The other stopped believing completely. And once you understand why, Spider-Noir becomes one of the darkest characters Marvel has ever created. I'm Dr. J and welcome to my channel. Both Spider-Man and Spider-Noir know what loss feels like. When the normal Spider-Man loses Uncle Ben, it hurts. But psychologically, that pain translates into a purpose. He loses a mentor, but he still believes in the future. He still falls in love. He still builds relationships. But Noir's story is completely different. Noir didn't just lose a mentor. He lost his soulmate. And that's where we enter the territory of complex trauma. Complex trauma isn't just one terrible event. It's what happens when pain becomes a part of your identity. When every good thing feels temporary and every connection feels dangerous. Spider-Noir lives in the past. He wakes up because his heart is still beating even though he wishes it wasn't. Because he can't have her, the rest of the world means absolutely nothing. Now let's talk about one of the most misunderstood mistakes. Watch normal Spider-Man in the middle of a fight. He jokes. He talks constantly. Why? Because humor is a healthy psychological defense mechanism. It keeps him related to reality and the people around him. He wants to be connected. But Noir is the ultimate lone wolf. He's cold and completely isolated. It is never about being strong. It's always about being terrified. Noir violently pushes everyone away, especially anyone who tries to get close to him emotionally, because his psychological capacity for heartbreak is completely maxed out. He uses that greedy 1930s detective persona as a shield. It's a classic avoidance attachment style. His isolation isn't a superpower, it's a symptom of a deeply broken heart. Spider-Man develops what psychologists sometimes call a savior complex. He feels responsible for everyone. He believes that if he can save one more person, the suffering means something. Spider-Noir is different. You cannot believe the world is good when the most beautiful thing in your life was taken from you. At some point, hope starts dying. And when hope dies, motivation changes. You are no longer fighting for a better future. You're just surviving the present. That's why Spider-Noir often feels exhausted. Spider-Man wakes up believing his actions matters. Spider-Noir wakes up wondering if anything matters at all. And that difference changes everything. Now let's talk about something darker. The mask. Why do they wear it? Normal Peter Parker wears the mask to protect his girlfriend, his family, and his friends. But Noir wears the mask to hide from himself. When emotions become too painful, the mind creates distance. You stop fully feeling. You stop fully connecting. You became detached from yourself and detached from the life. And sometimes that's exactly what Spider-Noir feels like. Still functioning, still fighting, and still surviving, but emotionally disconnected. The mask isn't just hiding his identity, it's hiding his pain. Because underneath the trench coat, the detective persona, and the dark attitude, there's someone who never truly recovered. Someone who learned how to survive trauma, but never learned how to heal from it. Peter Parker shows us how love and hope can help us survive tragedy. He bends, but he doesn't break. But Spider-Noir shows us the terrifying reality of what happens when a love is so deep that is permanently fractures your mind. He isn't just a darker version of Spider-Man, he's a warning about the devastating price of the eternal love. And that's what makes Spider-Noir so tragic. Not because he lost someone he loved, but because a part of him disappeared with her. And unlike Spider-Man, he may never come back from it.